Okay, it's unlikely that you're going to be in hunt for the victory, as I was saying.
Yes.
Not being too pessimistic.
Yeah.
Is this a weekend you're still looking forward to? Or do you think it's going to hurt?
Yeah, I mean, even in the difficult times that are much worse than now, I still loved coming to Silverstone because of the support you get from the crowd. I remember going on stage back in '08 when we were it was really looking pretty poor, and still massive support, which is really nice, and that really helped me through the rest of the season in 2008. So no, I'm looking forward to racing here and hopefully seeing a full house, a full crowd, and we will fight. We'll do the best we can. Yeah, a win is going to be very difficult, even a podium, but all we've got to do is, the most important thing for us is to get the best out of what we have, and hopefully that'll be enough for the fans that we want to do so well for, because they've been so supportive.
What is it about Silverstone that the drivers love coming to? I mean, because I think it is sort of quite.
Yeah, I think generally people like it because motorsport is very British. There's when I was racing in lower formulas, everybody came to Britain to race. There's a lot of people that work in Formula One that are British as well, and also Silverstone. It has so much history. The circuit layout is a lot of fun for drivers. We love the fast flowingness of the circuit. It's very like Spa, very like Suzuka, but it's extra special, for the British drivers because of the fans here. To see so many Union Jacks and rocket red caps, it's a great feeling. But I must say though, the British fans are good in the way that they're very patriotic, but they also support other drivers. It's not just the British drivers; they'll cheer everyone on, which you don't always get, when you go to certain races around the world.
And how aware of you when you're actually in the heat of the race? Yeah. How do you see the crowd? Do you hear the crowd? I mean, you probably don't hear them,
no.
Yeah. But
after the race you do, but during the race, no. You've got to be 100% focused the whole time. And after the race, whether it's a good or bad race, it's nice driving around slowly on the slowdown lap and seeing the crowds. I remember my first year here, 2000, a long time ago now, and David Coulthard won the race. It was my first British Grand Prix, and I overtook Michael Schumacher on the outside at turn 1 at the start, the world champion, and I finished 5th. So a great weekend for me, and to see the crowd going crazy for DC as well. Very, very special weekend, one that I'll remember forever.
Obviously, at one point we risked losing Silverstone. How do you think the wing and the new facilities are now? Do you think it's up there with the other tracks?
Yeah, actually, when we were driving in, we came. For some reason, we came in the wrong way, but we passed the new wing, and it looks mega. I think they've done a great job with it. I think that with many of the facilities, they've really upped their game, which is good to see. And this is definitely one of the circuits that I would say has outstanding facilities. I think that the farm's quite nice as well for us. That's where we camp in the VIDC, which is great for us because we can actually live inside the circuit. And it reminds me of the good old days of karting. We used to go camping for a race meeting.
You're not going to be staying in a luxury hotel?
Well, no, I'm not camping as such in a tent.
Right.
I've got my motorhome here,
yeah.
As most of the drivers will have. But it's just a really nice atmosphere. We don't do that very often. Most races, there's a couple of us who've got motorhomes, or we stay in hotels, but here it's more of a, that proper local racing vibe.
Especially with all the teams based around here.
Yeah, very close. A lot of the teams, yeah. So.
And what is, how does the driver sort of really have a chance of winning at Silverstone? What is it about it that you have to be good at? What do you have to do?
Well, there are many things the driver needs to be good at, but he also needs to be working with a good team and driving a good car. With us, the Grand Prix is going to be a difficult one, but I think we'll be stronger here than the previous few races because it's a fast-flowing circuit. I think we do have okay downforce. A problem for us has been the ride quality of the car lately, so there's massive amounts of movement with the car, which really hurts the airflow and hurts the aerodynamics. Here it shouldn't be so much of a problem except for this turn 1, which is going to be a little bit tricky for us. But yeah, I mean, stood here on the wall watching the cars go by, and DC in the 23, which is obviously the quickest of the 4 around the lap. Seeing it into here, and he's just jumped in that car, and obviously he's not doing the speeds we do, but the speed that a Formula 1 car carries into this corner, every time I watch that, it still takes my breath away.
What about when you're in it?
Yeah, it's different though, because you're in the moment, and it's what I'm used to, it's what I do. But when you actually watch the car here, it reminds me of being 14 and watching the British Grand Prix here at Silverstone. It's very special feelings, and the smell and of the tyres, of the car, the sound. You know, I feel like a kid again when I watch an F1 car around here, and I'm sure that most of the fans feel the same.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Thank you.
What a nice chap.